Hello, everybody. My name is James M. King, and welcome to another one of my videos. I'm here with Simu, another YouTuber, who I will leave in the description below. Say hi, Simu.
Hola, amigos. No, I am not Spanish. Those are the only two Spanish words I probably know.
Uh,
Then, dos, tres.
uh, okay. So today Simu's gonna help me make my D&D character today. So the thing is that I almost know nothing about D&D. So off screen he has explained to me, and so far I have made a character while he was talking when I screwed up on the recording apparently. So yeah,
That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
oh yeah. What am I talking about? You know nothing. Crap. I don't have an editor. That doesn't matter. But yeah. So continue on my race and stuff.
Okay, so you selected a reborn. A
Yes.
reborn is someone that's died, but then has either been reincarnated or straight up resurrected. Because of this, you have lost or faded memories in your head, I guess.
Yeah.
You are a
I can't remember who I
you're,
was.
you your figure is a medium-sized humanoid.
So for me, it's
And
6'4".
yes.
Yeah.
So you get the language common and an additional language, poison resistance, advantages on sickness or sickness on sickness checks. I mean saving throws, dark
Uh,
vision,
uh,
say advantage on death saving throws,
oh.
and ability score improvements. But before we do that, let me take you to the character sheet.
Ah, right. I think I have downloaded it. Yes, I have. That's
Okay, now I know at first glance this seems overwhelming, but once I explain everything to you, it's gonna be a breeze.
okay.
Okay, first pay attention to the left part. Do you see those six columns?
Not yet, but it's loading.
Okay,
But yeah, explain anyway. Ah, here we are. Here we are. Yeah. Yeah, I see these 6 columns. Yeah.
okay. So you see the columns strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma.
Yeah.
These are your stats.
Ah, yay.
These these are present almost in every type of role you'll do, no matter what.
Ah, okay.
And a lot of the damage you'll be doing or effectiveness that you will be doing comes from these stats, even
Ah,
if it's indirectly.
okay.
We'll start with the most basic one to understand: strength. Strength is just your overall physical might and prowess.
Oh, okay.
It's simple to understand.
Yes.
Dexterity is the more swift or controlled version of strength. They're
Oh,
more quick on their feet. They're more flexible. They're more dexterous.
that makes sense.
Next is constitution. Constitution is basically the best example I can say how well you can handle getting punched in the face.
Oh, thank you. I needed
So
that.
constitution So constitution is basically like your durability and endurance.
Ah,
You often use constitution in like if you somehow drank poison or were being affected by poison,
ah, okay.
or for some reason you hold your breath. Also I forgot to mention as a reborn you don't need to sleep or eat, nor do you need to breathe.
So that means if we ever get into a situation where there's no oxygen, you just said me.
Okay, next stats. Intelligence. Intelligence is book smarts. How well you remember things. Well, not how well you calculate actually. Yeah, it's just book smarts and how well you remember things.
Ah, okay.
Then there's wisdom. People often get wisdom and intelligence confused. Wisdom is more of your street smarts and experience.
Ah, okay.
So basically, how I can put it in D&D terms. Okay, how I can put it in D&D terms. It would be like this. An intelligent person would be able to look at a tree and identify what type of tree it is.
Ah,
A person with high wisdom would look at the tree and know uh hmm,
think this clearly. You got this.
no, it's just I remember they used the tree as an example, but I don't remember.
Ah,
It's fine, don't worry.
okay. I
So
won't.
wisdom is experience and street smarts, while intelligence is book smarts and memorization.
Ah, okay.
Then there's charisma. Charisma is your charm, how you talk, how you act. Well, not how you act.
Okay.
A very charismatic person can easily persuade people or intimidate them with the words to do the same thing.
Am I smarter than that?
Big one?
Am I smarter than the average guy who gets manipulated with ease?
No, it's just they're very good. Well, it's just people that it's just like with high charisma, you just tend to have higher chances of persuasion.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so now that I've explained each of these stats to you,
Yes.
let me explain what saving throws are.
Uh, okay.
Saving throw is when you need to make a roll for one of these stats, but you were ambushed by the sudden need to do it. For example, normally when you're doing a strength check, let's say you push a boulder. That would be a normal strength check. That would just be you actually just pushing down the boulder.
Ah, I see.
But But let's say the boulder fell on you. Then you need to make a strength saving throw. Saving throws are basically meant to be sudden, unexpected, surprise.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
So each of these stats are meant to indicate the different types of saving throws.
Ah,
I'll get into how you calculate all of this soon.
okay.
And then under that, you'll see one long column.
Okay.
These are your skills. The way how you get skills from your background and whatever class you select. We'll get to that soon. Skills skills require a base from one of the six main stats. Next to each skill, you'll see which stats it bases on. As you can see at the top, you'll see acrobatics bases itself on dexterity.
Ah,
You would see survivals based on wisdom. It works like that.
okay.
Now, now that I've explained to you what now that I've explained to you what the stats are, what saving throws are, and what skills are, we can get to classes.
Ah, okay. I was getting late for one anyway.
Okay, D&D has one, two, three,
Yeah, a lot of
four,
classes, I would say.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 classes.
So yeah, a lot of classes.
Do you want me to go for each one of them, and then you pick one that you'll go with?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll do this in alphabetical order. First, we have the artificer. The artificers are basically your magical scientists slash engineers. They do they basically mix the elements of science and magic on their side. and
Okay.
some and in many times even technology.
Ah, okay.
Next is barbarian. Barbarians are the tank class, but when I say tank, I just mean they have the most health and they don't necessarily have good defenses, but that's simply because they have high health, so that even if they're taking damage, they're not close to death.
Ah, okay.
Barbarians are basically the DPS.
Okay then.
We have the Bard. The Bard is meant to be the charismatic support of the party, the face of the party. They're meant to quip, well, they're not meant to quip funny puns, but they use the power of music to cast magic spells.
Oh, okay.
That's why often bards have instruments so that they can cast their magic.
Ah, okay.
Next is my personal favorite class, the cleric.
Yeah.
The clerics are a support spellcasting class, but they can actually be pretty frightening in actual combat. Clerics' magic are divine, as they get their magic by praying to a certain deity in a domain. It doesn't need to be a deity, but it needs to be in a domain.
Ah, okay.
So you'll see different types of religions will have different types of clerics.
That makes sense.
Then there's the Druid. The Druid the Druid the Druid obtains their magic through nature itself. And because of this, they'll get a lot of nature based spells, but also they'll get the ability to change into animals.
Ah.
It's
What?
just the only downside is that they can't wear metal.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask what was it, what would be the downside of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next is the fighter. The fighter is basically new friendly beginner D&D beginner class. The fighter is just really, really good at fighting. So much so that they're an expert. Well, not okay. I wouldn't say an expert, but they know how to use every weapon and every type of armor.
Ah. Okay.
Next is the monk. The monk, the monk utilizes their body as a weapon. Their body as a weapon through martial arts and unarmored strikes while using the power of ki. No, not Dragon Ball ki.
I wasn't even thinking that. As I explained to the people that know my videos, I don't know. I'd never watched Dragon Ball in my life. Yeah.
Anyways, next is the paladin. The paladins are guardians and are often good guys, but there definitely can be bad paladins, of course.
Of course, everything's got good and bad in it.
Paladin, paladins like stick themselves to one oath in particular and do anything in their will to make sure that oath is never broken under no circumstance.
Ah, okay.
Next is the ranger. The ranger is basically an ex. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention.
Oh.
Paladins can also cast spells. At the end of me explaining each class, I'll tell you which ones can and can't cast spells.
Ah, okay.
Next is the ranger. The ranger is particularly skilled in their environments around them, and because of this, they'll have something called a favorite enemy and favorite terrain.
Ah, okay.
Next, we have the rogues. The rogues are basically swift and quiet swift and quiet fighters on the battlefield. They get something called sneak attack, which they can do every turn. Well, and whenever they can do it every turn.
Yeah, okay. What that
Next,
is
we
that
have
is that an advantage? Is that like a good thing?
yes, it is because that means you'll always get a guaranteed extra bit of damage every turn.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Next is the sorcerer. Sorcerers inherit their magic through lineage or other means. For example, for example, we can say that we could say that someone's grandpa really like dragons,
Ah, okay.
and then and then and then that lineage would may then have some of the draconic magic from the dragon.
Ah, okay.
Next, we have the warlock. The warlock basically, the warlock basically gets its magic by creating a pact or a contract with a separate entity.
Ah, okay.
These entities could be genies, devils, ghosts, a flipping sword.
A sword. A freaking sword.
Yes. And then the lost clause, the wizard. The wizard is the most basic spellcasting clause, as as you read books and actually study to use magic, unlike all the other classes that can use magic.
Ah, okay.
Now I'm gonna separate all these classes into three categories. These categories aren't official and they're actually made by players to help differentiate them.
Ah,
These three categories will be caster classes, half casters, and martial classes.
ah, okay.
Caster classes are classes that can use magic and usually have high spell slot.
Ah, okay.
Half casters are in between caster and martial classes, as they can both cast spells and get bonuses from melee or just that type of fighting.
Yeah.
And then martial classes. Classes use their physical might or just weaponry skills instead of spells.
Ah,
Now, the classes that fall into martial classes are as follows: barbarian, fighter, monk, rogue. Those are all the martial classes.
okay then.
Then we get then we get to the half caster classes, which are as follows: artificer, paladin, ranger. Now we get to the spellcasting classes, which are as follows: bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, warlock, and wizard.
Okay then.
So those are all the D&D classes. So which one do you want your character to be?
I think the beginner fighter.
You want to pick fighter? Safe
Yeah.
option.
Yeah, because you did say that it it is a good beginning class for those who are starting. And my character, I have been designing it while you were talking. I did give him blades on one of his hands, so like he can hit his enemies and stuff.
Okay. Okay. I will also let you know that it's possible to multi-clause. Multi-clause is basically when you're two clauses at once. But this is how it works. Okay, the max level you can be in D&D is level 20.
Oh, Why?
So most
Why
of the
not
time,
more?
most of because it will be too broken at that
Uh,
point, and it takes like a long time to get to level 20.
okay, and you did say a while ago that not in the video, but you did say that that there is a race called the Forearms or something, right?
I said there's probably a race that does have forearms.
Well, is that true now?
Let me have a look.
Please do, because I'm gonna give my character forearms.
That's kind of the problem. You can't. Okay, you basically can be. Okay, so basically, let's say you're a half elf.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't really when you say half elf, you're not specifying what the other half is. So let's say you're half dragonborn.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes, you are both dragonborn and elf at the same time. But in like battle or like mechanical wise, you can only get the buffs of one of those two races. You can't get both.
Ah, okay. I just imagine for some reason my two other arms are like decayed. Like one of them lost their skin and the other one just completely looks like a skeleton. Could that be a thing?
Yeah, totally.
Thank goodness. Also, is there a weapon class?
A weapon clause.
Yes.
Can you specify what you mean by that?
Like, could I use a katana or like a dagger, or both if possible?
Yeah, yes, all martial classes have access to weapons.
Ah, okay. Does being a fighter
There
also?
isn't there isn't clauses that restrict you to one weapon solely. And what I mean by that, I mean it's not like you take rogue and you have to use a dagger. No, as a rogue, you can use a bow, a long sword, knives, throwing knives.
Ah, that all makes sense.
You're not restricted to one single weapon only.
Makes sense. So I can use like a
Okay,
short.
okay,
So I can use like a short blade or something.
a short sword, yes.
Okay, does make
Okay,
sense.
so
Yeah,
okay, so you want to go with fighter.
yeah. I want to go with fighter, but but with like weapons, like a katana and maybe small daggers that I can pull out of my
Okay,
pockets.
okay, okay. I'm gonna need you to go back to your character sheet while I read you some of the fighter's features.
Okay. Let me just. Okay. Yeah, I'm on my shade thing.
Okay, so the fighter's hit points is 1d10. 1d10 stands for one sided. One 10 sided die.
Ah, okay.
Basically, when you do your health, each class has a specific die they need to roll to get their health.
Ah, okay.
Fighters roll a 1d10, which is the second highest amount of health that hit die.
Ah, okay.
You add your Constitution modifier onto rolling your health.
Ah, okay.
So okay, so before I get to more on the stat side, you said you want to use a katana.
Yes. Like maybe. How old could my character be, actually?
How old can they be?
Yeah, like, what's the maximum, or, like, can he be from the old samurai years, like the war in Japan, or, like a samurai?
Totally, especially since they're reborn, so it would make complete sense.
Yeah, so I give him like a katana and like an and like when I meet your team, you give me like small blades so I can use to uh, in a close range attack since I don't
I
really.
will, I will let you know that some weapons require you to wield them with two hands.
Like
A great sword.
a great sword. Great sword. Okay. Does a katana count as a great sword?
No.
Okay.
Let me just look up the D&D katana and see how it works. Because some weapons use strength, others use dexterity.
Okay.
Okay. A katana deals 1d8 slashing damage. That's pretty decent damage.
I can tell.
Now, the katana is listed as a finesse weapon, meaning you can use either your strength or dexterity modifier to increase the damage.
Okay.
So tell me, do you want to use your strength or your dex?
What was the what's Dex again?
Dexterity is nimbleness, swiftness, finesse. Strength is brute strength.
I think I'll use. I think is brute strength good, especially when using katanas.
Well, there's no difference. There's actually no difference really,
Okay.
and there are more skills with dex than strength, as strength only has one skill.
Okay, so I think I'll take Dex.
Okay, you take dex. Okay, look at your character sheet.
Okay, getting there.
Look at dexterity quickly.
Going. Oh, oh here it is. So yeah, yeah,
Okay,
dexterity.
James. Okay, James. Now that you decided to invest in dexterity, let's quickly go back to your reborn race.
Yeah,
Now, do you remember earlier when I said you have an ability score increase?
yeah.
So basically, because of your race, you can pick two stats that get raised by, well, plus two, and then you can pick one stat that gets raised by plus one. We're gonna be using point by since it's kind of the most simplest to understand. Actually, there's three methods. I only know two: point by and rolling. Which one do you want me to do for you?
What were they again?
There are three ways. There are three ways to roll your ability to roll your stats.
Okay.
I only know two of them. That's being point by and rolling. Which one do you want me to do?
Is rolling a good thing?
Rolling just means you're rolling for your stats.
Oh. Um, I think I'll take rolling.
Okay, I'll roll for your stats. But before I do that, please tell me which two stats are you gonna get a plus two for? I mean, are you gonna add two onto?
Yes.
I suggest for one of the plus two ones you pick dexterity,
Okay, I'll pick.
since that is what you.
Yeah, I'll pick dexterity.
Okay, so dexterity, the second one.
What was the second one again?
No, I'm asking like what do you want to pick for the second one?
What are my options again?
So you've already picked dexterity. There's strength, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma.
I think I'll pick charisma.
Interesting choice.
I'm an interesting man, Simu.
Okay. And then you can pick one more stat that gets +1 in.
Uh, okay, let me think. Uh, uh, ideas.
I suggest Constitution because that's a saving throw that fighters are proficient with.
Ah, okay.
So is that the one you want to go with?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now I am going to roll. I just need to go to roll most of the time. Okay. Okay, James, I'm gonna need you to write this down somewhere so you remember.
Okay.
I'm gonna say six numbers and then you need to put them down. Then you need to tell me which stat you want to assign those numbers into so that I can accurately dispose the bonus you get with dexterity, constitution, and charisma.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, the first number you got was 15.
15.
Yes, 15.
Yeah?
Ooh. I think I'll respin that one because it is pretty bad.
How bad?
You got a 4, but I'm not
Oh,
allowing it.
okay, okay.
Okay, the next one you get is 9.
9.
Okay, I'm gonna go again because that's low too.
Okay.
Okay, the next one you get is 11. Oh.
What's wrong?
I would like to say what I just said was not intentional. I promise you that. I
What is it, Simu?
Don't worry about it.
So
Okay,
it.
so your current numbers are 15, 11, 9.
Uh, okay, so the order I have it for the first one is 15, the second one is 9, and the third one is 11.
You don't. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to roll 3 more times. Okay, you got another 15.
I assume that's good, right?
Yes, that's really good.
Ah, okay.
Then the next number you're getting is 13.
What was that one?
Teen.
Uh, sorry. Sorry. Can you say it again?
13.
13. Okay.
And your lost number shall be 16.
16. Okay then.
So you should have 15,
Yep.
9,
Yep.
11,
Yep.
10.
No, I got
No,
15.
no, 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 no. 15, sorry.
Yeah.
13,
Yep.
16.
Yes. 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 All right.
Now, you're gonna need to tell me which stat which stat you're gonna assign to dexterity. The higher stat, the better the increase. I
Uh,
mean, better modifier.
let me have a look here. So I'm just taking these
I ju-
six numbers and putting them
I
in.
suggest
Yeah, go on.
I suggest you put the 16 in your dexterity, since dexterity is what you're gonna be using to add for damage.
Okay, so yeah, that will be so dexterity is 16.
Okay, and because of your ability score improvement, that 16 becomes 18.
Okay.
So just now type it as 18.
All right then, let's see here.
Now, I suggest your second highest stat should be charisma. So you have 215. So pick one of the 215s you want to put in there.
It really doesn't matter which 15, so I'll just use the 15 that you say is a good idea. So yeah, whatever you say.
Both of them are just yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just put 15 charisma, and because of your race plus 2 bonus, now to 17.
Okay. So
Now
charis.
you have 13, 11, 13, 11, 9, and
Another 15.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to keep giving you suggestions?
Yes, because you're better at this than me.
Okay. I suggest that you use the 13 in Constitution.
Constitution.
Because your plus 1 bonus to Constitution from your race, it is now a 14.
Okay, that's good, right?
Yes. That's really good for Constitution. Next. Now you only have 11, 13, 15.
Yes.
Actually, I think that you should put the 9 in strength, since overall strength is the least valuable with the other two that's remaining, that being wisdom and intelligence.
Yeah.
So whenever this case happens, where you put your lowest stats into when you put your lowest number into a stat, that's what you call a dump stat.
Okay.
Now, with your left now, I suggest that you should put your 11 on. Actually, I'll let you decide. Where do you want to put your 15, and where do you want to put your wait? Yeah, where do you want to put your 15, and where do you want to put your 11?
Let's see. I got. Um, uh, let's see here. Already put in strength. Is wisdom and the last
What?
ones are just wisdom and intelligence. If I put if I put
Hmm.
if I put my 15 into my intelligence, does that make me smarter? And does that make me smarter?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. What is wisdom? Does wisdom also a good thing if I do a 15?
Yeah. Okay. Let me. Okay. Do you
May,
see
may,
the? Okay. Do you see this? Do you
may,
see the skill insight?
yes.
Okay. Basically, it uses wisdom, and what insight does is it allows you to guess or see people's true intentions. It's basically kind of used as like a lie detector.
Okay. I think I'll
So
I,
which one are you put?
I think I'll put 15 with intelligence.
Okay, 15 into intelligence. That means 11 into wisdom. Okay.
Do, do I
Now,
do,
okay.
do I gain
So
any?
okay now. Okay, so you see all the numbers you place down.
Yeah.
Which okay, did you put them into the square of the stats or the circle of the stats?
Uh, Technically, I haven't done that yet. I wrote it down on paper, but the only reason I couldn't do it now is because it's gonna take me a lot of things. I'm gonna do it off screen.
Okay. Okay. Just to let you know that you put those big numbers into the circle because those numbers determine the modifier.
Okay.
And the modifier is what goes into the big square.
Big square.
Big square.
uh, yeah.
Okay, strength. Your strength modifier will be a -1.
So strength is -1. Okay.
Your dexterity will be a +4.
+4. Okay, now that's over 20 if I have that right.
How do you get 20?
I said it's
Oh,
over
wait,
20.
wait, wait,
Yeah, it's
wait,
over.
what? Wait,
It's
can you
over
say?
20 since it was already
No, I said
it,
no. Like eight, no, no. Like your 16 turn into 18 because you're race bonus, and 18 you get, and when you're 18 you get a modifier at +4,
yeah.
so it's +4
Okay.
for dex.
Yeah. I understand more.
Next, your constitution will be +2.
Ooh. So Constitution +2.
Yes. Your intelligence will also be +2.
Yeah.
Your wisdom will be 0.
Yeah. I was wondering
It's
how
not the it's not it's not the best, but it's not the worst since you're not getting debuff.
makes sense.
And then your charisma would be +3.
Charisma would be +3. Okay.
Okay, now that we have your stats down, can you please go to where it says saving throws?
Uh, hold on. You say saving pose, right?
Saving throws.
Saving throws. Saving throws. Which page is that?
It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Uh, you know I'm not a good reader.
It's like right next to the stats over
Okay.
skills.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah.
Okay, so okay, so put your ability modifiers to their allocated spots. For example, put your strength ability modifier at the strength saving throw, the dex
So
saving,
so does
then
that
to the
so does
dex,
that
to the dex.
mean okay? So does that mean the numbers that you gave me in addition?
Like it's the ability modifier, all the ones I just told you now.
Okay.
Now, as of now, each class has 2 stats that they are proficient with in saving throws. As a fighter, you are proficient in strength and constitution saving throws.
Okay.
So, okay. Also, there's something called a proficiency bonus. A
Huh.
proficiency bonus is what you use to add, is what you use to add on to skills that you are proficient with.
Okay.
Your current proficiency bonus is +2. So your -1 in your strength saving throw becomes +1
Oh. So I just changed the -1 to a +1.
in saving throw. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you're also proficient in constitution saving throws, which means it goes from +2 to +4.
Okay then.
Okay, now your skills. Each class has a specific set of skills, have a specific set of skills that they are proficient with. As a fighter, you are proficient with two skills. I shall
Ah,
read you what skills you're proficient with, then you tell me which two you want to be proficient with.
okay.
Okay, so you can be proficient with acrobatics,
Okay.
animal handling, how well you deal with animals, basically,
Yeah.
athletics, history, insight, intimidation, perception. Perception is basically sight,
Ah.
and survival.
Ah, okay.
Now, which two would you like from those?
Hmm. I think I'll take athletics and what does survival give me? Does that just make me? Does that make me? What does survival do?
Survival can help you survive in the wild. It's just it's fighters don't often use that much.
Oh, okay. Uh, let's see. I think I'll also take intimidation.
Okay, so quickly go to your athletic skill.
Okay. So wait, what was it I want to pick? I
At
think
level
I
that
picked up. I picked athletics as well, right?
yes, you picked athletics and intimidation.
Okay.
Now that athletics will be +1,
Plus,
and you'll see a circle next to it.
uh,
Just dart in the circle, so you know you're proficient in it.
okay. Let me just grab this big dot for athletics, right?
Yes. Then go to your intimidation.
Okay. Okay. So what am I adding to? What what does athletics
Your
give me?
okay. Your your athletics is now a +1.
Four.
No, a +1. It's a +1.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Wrong thing. Wrong thing.
That's fine. And your intimidation is now a +5. If I'm correct.
Holy crap! So yeah.
And then with the rest of the skills, you can just use the stats next to them to get the modifier for them.
Okay. So well,
You can easily do that off camera.
yeah, I can easily do that off camera. Yeah.
Okay, now that we've done that, um,
Yeah.
let
So
me just briefly let me just I'm gonna skip a couple steps of the fight. Actually, no, I won't do that. Okay, so so you also have weapon and armor proficiency, but because you're a fighter, you're proficient with every weapon and every armor
okay. And my character's
and
like,
shield.
and my character's dead, so so his skin tone's like grayish, right?
It can be.
Okay, because that's what I've done. That what was his armor? Since it's just like a lot of wrapping stuff on it and stuff, like a lot of bandanas wrapped around to like hold the corpses together.
Okay, okay. If it's just bandanas, that's basically the same as not wearing armor, which
Okay,
as a fighter, I don't suggest you do.
okay. I don't wear armor. The only I only afterwards I will send you a photo of this, but otherwise it's just a bunch of bandanas and just one arm with like claw like attack and it's got like spikes on it. But otherwise I don't see any other armor on my character.
Okay, it's just the problem with it is that if you have no armor, That means enemies have a higher chance on hitting you.
Am I not durable? Durable?
No, no armor class basically makes it so that it's harder for them to actually hit you. Like, let's say someone has an armor class of 17. If they roll to hit and they do not get above 17, they do not hit you.
Ah, okay. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes, the chance is higher.
Okay. I'll take those
So I
risks.
suggest I suggest you can take light armor.
Yeah, it is light armor. I will probably make some. I probably will add some more off screen of camera, but otherwise,
Okay.
otherwise it's otherwise it's just like leather and stuff I'm putting on my character. Since even his shoes are protected. Since I'm a rotting corpse and stuff.
Okay, so you're equipping light leather armor.
Yes, and leather is gray, right?
It can be your level can actually be any color.
Okay, mine is dark gray.
Dark gray. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you see where it says armor class? It'll have like a shield icon.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, in there, put the number 15.
Done.
That means you have an armor class of 15. If anyone gets below 15, they don't hit you. If someone gets 15 or above 15, they do hit you.
Ah, okay.
So just remember that.
Okay.
Also, do you see next to armor class where it says initiative?
Yes, I do.
Okay, initiative is a type of modifier you add to determine to determine who's going who's going when in the fight. So,
Okay.
for example, the person with the highest initiative will be going first in the fight, and the person with the lowest initiative
We'll
will
go
be going
last.
off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You roll a 1d20. You roll a 1d20 when you're rolling initiative in combat. But initiative gets boosted by your dexterity, which for you, James, is +4.
Ah, so that means I add a +4 in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, you'll see below there with the circle opening, you'll see where it says proficiency bonus. Just put +2 in there.
Uh, okay. So +2, you say, right?
Yes.
Okay, then.
And then where it says speed, just say 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yes.
I am fast. Unless that's not fast. We're South African. We don't know.
Uh,
We don't know anything.
Don't leak our location!
No one knows where we are. Shush. I was lying. No one knows.
You can easily edit that out, so don't worry.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, now it's time to get your health. Do you want me to roll for your health?
Roll for my health. It's like someone saying
Okay,
roll for charisma.
so your health will be okay. Is my calculations are correct? Your health is you have 26 health max.
Max.
Yes.
So I gotta go to max health, right?
So basically, put in where it says max HP 26.
Done.
And then go to where it says current HP and put the 26 in there as well.
26. Okay then. All right.
Okay. Don't worry about temp HP. HP. Don't worry about that now.
I won't. Okay, I'm almost done with my
Okay.
character design.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you see? Now, do you see the big um the big
There are a
the big
lot.
rectangle?
Uh,
I
yes,
have to
I.
get my shapes.
Uh, yes, I do. That's a big rectangle.
Okay. You see where it says cross and level.
I think so. If I'm.
What do you mean? Thinks it's either you do or you don't.
Well, yeah. Just give me a minute. My thing is glitchy. All right. So it says class and level, right?
Yes.
Uh, uh, is it still on page one? I can't see it.
Why can't you see it?
I don't know. You know I can't read.
Maybe zoom in a bit.
Uh,
It should be in the top right corner.
top right. Mm. It's fine. I think I'll find it later.
No, because it is important. Well, it helps you keep track and everything.
Okay. But it is still on the first
Okay,
page,
okay.
right?
Yes, it's on the first page.
Oh, I wish I had an editor. This would be so much easier. They wouldn't have to see me screwing up this. I. Oh, here it is. Okay, nothing happened, everyone. I'm pretty sure I have an editor. Yeah, I see it in my
What do
class.
you mean nothing? What do you
Shush,
mean
shush,
nothing
shush. Now,
happened?
he doesn't know what he's talking about. Let's continue.
I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, so yeah, class and level, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I want you to put fighter level 3.
So, fighter.
Because when we do that campaign, that's what level you'll be starting at.
Okay. Let me just. Ugh, come on. Okay.
Okay, now you see below there where it says race, just put reborn.
Okay then. Alright, I think we should start wrapping up soon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for your subclass. Then that will be good for now. I
Okay,
just want to do this and then the subclass and then we're good.
okay then. Don't worry, everyone.
Okay.
This is
Now,
fine. You'll probably have to. I probably had to edit this later, but it's fine. I have this under control. Otherwise, if you're not, you can always check out other videos I've made. But until then, you're gonna have to see me actually create my character. So it's actually very good, I'd say. But yeah, continue, Simu.
okay. So, do you see where it says alignment?
I think so.
Alignment is
Ah,
basically
yeah.
it's basically your good, bad, and neutral spectrum.
Okay.
For okay, so
So what am I?
here are all the possible alignments. There's lawful good doesn't mean obeying the law. It just mean you have a strict code of morals you won't break.
Okay, so I'm loyal. Okay.
Neutral good
Uh huh.
chaotic good, where with chaotic good, it's more so that it's more so that you do everything in the hope for goodness, but you can be a bit overboard
Uh, okay.
and rebellious.
I think I'll choose chaotic good.
Okay, then then there's lawful neutral. You have a strict code of morals, and they're not those morals aren't inherently good or bad. They're neutral.
That makes sense.
So that okay. Then there's true neutral, which is basically what happens when you get neutral neutral.
Ah, okay.
And then there's chaotic neutral. It's basically where it's just like chaotic good, except it's now neutral.
Ah, okay.
Then there's lawful evil, where it's just you're evil, but you have a strict code of morals, basically.
Ah, okay. Uh,
Then there's neutral evil, where you have morals, but you're evil.
uh, oh.
And then there's chaotic evil, which is just murder, 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 murder.
Chaotic evil, huh? Hmm. Oh, I almost want to abandon the one I chose to actually just take the chaotic evil.
I suggest you don't, because often, whenever there's a party of whenever there's a party of people, whenever like there's a chaotic evil member in the party, it ends badly.
Huh.
Unless you know you're meant to be evil, which you're not.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry,
Oh, it's fine.
but chaotic's good.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Okay, so your alignment is chaotic good.
Yay. I'm chaotic.
Okay, then don't worry about experience points. At player name, you can just put your name,
Yeah, I guess that's true.
and then there's background. Background is where you kind of hail from or what you kind of currently do.
Ah,
I would just like to say background doesn't necessarily equal backstory.
okay. That makes sense.
I'll read you a couple basic backgrounds for you. Just give me a second to find them.
I'll give you more.
Aha, I found the backgrounds. Okay, folk hero. Basically, an example of a folk hero is for a small town, you did something so nice that in that town you're a living legend.
Hmm. Okay.
Another one is haunted one, where basically you're being haunted or cursed by a spirit. But yeah,
That makes.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
hmm Then there. Oh, I know I know you're like the one I'm about to say next. Pirates.
Hmm. Okay. What other options are there before I choose that one? Of course.
Soldier, sage, ruined, rewarded, outlander, far traveler, knight, spy, smuggler, shipwright, hermit, house. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'll take the one where I'm a famous hero and stuff in a village.
Folk hero.
Yeah. I think I'll take that.
Okay, you are a folk hero. So yeah, once you go more in depth about your character, you can like discuss why you're a folk hero, what kind of deed you did.
Okay. No problem. Also, I
Okay, so
also my
from being a from being a folk hero, now you get a new skill proficiency. You're now proficient in animal handling and survival.
yay.
So now just add +2 to those two skills
Okay, so
and add that dot.
what were they again?
Animal handling and survival.
And what is okay? So animal handling is what again?
Animal handling is trying to pet a cat
Oh no
the
no no no
best
no no no! What's the
way
stat?
possible.
What's the stat for? What's my stat?
Wisdom.
No, what's the stat number for animal handling?
It should for you it should be 0, so now it's 2. +2, I mean.
+2, and what was the other one?
The other one was survival, which should be also +2, because survival is also.
Okay then. And I'm almost done with my character, so we can almost wrap this up real fast.
Yes. Now that we're going through that, let's get to your subclass.
Yay! We're,
Subclasses
let's
are
actually
specialized.
let's actually make this one real fast because this video has been going on for a while. But yes, let's.
Subclasses are basically what you specialize in each class. Each class has a different name for subclasses, but you get the gist.
Yeah.
I'm going to read you a couple. I'm going to read you a couple of the fighter subclasses.
Ah, okay.
Okay, we have the arcane archer. I don't think you'll go with this one since you want to use a sword.
Yeah.
There's the bell monster, whereas basically you're just a monster on the battlefield, and you get something called battle maneuvers, which is really fun.
Ooh, okay.
Then there's also champion. Champion's actually not the best since what champion does is what champion does is now when you roll a 19, that's basically the same as a nat 20, but that's still pretty rare. And to put all your faith into that isn't
Yeah, it's not really that good.
Mm. Then there's the Echo Knight. The Echo Knight allows you to make an echo of yourself. This echo immediately attacks after you attack.
Oh, so it's like a
So you're
clone in a way.
duplicating yourself.
It's like a clone in a way.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, exactly that.
Okay.
It looks more gray and hollow.
Gr- So technically, what my character looks like, I am gonna show it to you as soon as I'm done here. So, but yeah.
Actually, yeah. Next is the Eldritch Knight. The Eldritch Knight borders the gap between martial class and half-caster, as the Eldritch Knight gains the ability to cast spells.
Ah.
Following the Eldritch Knight is the Psy Warrior. You basically develop psychedelic ability to help you in combat.
Ah.
For
Okay.
example, you can make a psychic shield
Oh.
or
Okay.
psi powered leap
Ah. Okay.
for brief aerial movements.
Ah. Okay.
Then there's the Ruin Knight. The Ruin Knight is connected to giants. And at one point you'll be able to just grow into a large creature. When I say large creature, I do not mean you just turn into a monster. Creature is just the term in D&D used for being, entity.
Ah, okay.
And then the Lost Fighter subclass is the Samurai. I'm not too sure what the Samurai is meant to exactly do. Let me check quickly.
Okay.
Give me a second, it's loading.
I can give you more.
So as a samurai, you gain a fighting spirit. Basically, as a bonus action, on your turn, you can give yourself an advantage on any attack, any weapon attack roll until the end of your current turn. That's pretty good. And when you do so, you gain 5 temporary hit points. Okay, let me briefly explain temporary hit points because it's so easy to do so.
Okay.
Temporary hit points. Temporary hit points are basically hit points added onto your health. However, temporary hit points can and will wear off.
Ah, okay.
And, and even if you have temporary hit points, like if you have 0 hit points at currently, and even if you have like 10 temporary hit points, you're still fainted. Temporary hit points do not save you from death if your health is at 0.
Ah, okay. So
But
there's.
if your health isn't at 0, then the temporary hit points will take the damage.
Ah, okay.
Okay, and I already explained advantage to you.
Yeah.
You can so basically when you're doing any attack with your weapon, you can decide to roll at advantage and gain 5 temporary hit points. You can use this 3 times, and I'm pretty sure it does go up a couple times.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
then 7th level, your discipline and attention. Whenever you make a charisma persuasion check, you get a bonus equal to your.
Blah 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 blah.
Sorry, I'm just reading through this.
That's fine.
Uh, mm, hmm. I'm surprised the samurai. To be honest, I thought the samurai would have more, but surprisingly, it's a bit underwhelming. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I'm not trying to weigh down your spirits of picking it. Don't let my opinion stop you.
Don't worry.
Okay, and those are all the fighting subclasses. Well,
Okay.
those aren't all of them. Those aren't all of them. It's just the other two. Well, especially one of them feels way more situational because one of them focuses on mounting a creature.
Ah, okay.
So, which one do you want to go with?
I think I will actually go with the one that lets me clone myself and deal an extra damage.
Echo Knight.
Yeah.
Okay, just type in somewhere Echo Knight.
Okay then. And yeah. So let's see. So where would?
Okay, so as an Echo Knight, uh, you you went into Naruto and stole the jutsu known as Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Oh my god.
But actually, when you make an echo, you just make a more dull, more faded version of yourself. They can't speak, I think, and they have 1 hit point. Meaning, if they do get hit, they're dead
Uh,
instantly.
okay.
Here's the neat thing about Echoes. Echoes actually have a higher armor class than you because they have lower health. I'm pretty sure you add a proficiency bonus with it. So your Echo will have an armor class of 17, while you have one of 15.
Ah, okay. So what's its stat? Or what plus must I give it? Or minus?
No. You don't do that. Your Echo stats are literally the same as yours.
Ah, okay.
Now, here are a couple things you can do with your echo. First, I believe your echo cannot be charmed, which can be good, but uh, actually that's good.
You're stuttering there.
It's, but I'm not. I'm stuttering because I'm unsure. Not that I'm unsure that it's good. I'm just unsure if you do get resistant. If you do get this, I'll look later. Anyways,
Yeah,
I'll
makes
see.
sense.
Something that you can do with your echo is okay. Okay, you know Toto from Jujutsu Kaisen,
Yes.
and you know his curse technique Boogie Woogie.
Yes.
That's basically what you can do with your echo, but it has to be your echo.
Ah, okay.
So
So,
you
so
can
I can.
swap places with your
I
echo.
was about to say I would like to do that.
I feel like it may be a bit difficult to do it with a sword, but I can see it.
Well, technically, I do have two other hands. So if I just put them, so I just put the
Oh yeah.
knife. If I just put the knives away, I could technically just clap with the two bottom ones of my hands.
hmm
Yeah.
Okay, and you get loads more features as an Echo Knight, but we'll dive into that when we go into more heavy detail.
Yeah.
But then, other than that, let
Yeah.
me just like this will be like a very quick explanation of combat, so don't worry. Let me
Yeah.
quickly explain combat to you. Okay, D&D works in kind of turn based battle mode.
Yes. That.
D&D has rounds. Rounds in real life time lost 6 seconds.
Ah. Okay.
And each round there consists of turns. Each turn represents a player or enemy.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, so when it's someone's turn, they have what's called an action. An action is basically an action is your attack, either your attack, your healing, or anything else. For you as a fighter, the only thing you can really do on your action is attack.
Makes sense.
Now, 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 some clauses get what's called an extra action, which basically makes it so now you have two actions instead of one.
Ah.
And James, because you picked a fighter gets the most action because of their clause feature called action surge, which doubles their total action. So let's say you have two actions and you activate action surge. Boom, four actions.
That is powerful, I would say.
Yes, it is, especially with multi-classing.
Yeah.
Okay, then some of your abilities or other some of your abilities will take what's called a bonus action, which is exactly that. You just do a bonus action. Most attacks or spells aren't bonus actions, but ones that are pretty neat. For example, the spell Healing Word is a bonus action, meaning you could use a strongly healing spell as an action, and then use Healing Word as just a bonus healing.
Ah. Okay.
And then there's reaction. A reaction is when you react. For example, let's say I punch you in the face. You can
Ah.
spend a reaction to do something to either stop it or have a different effect on when I punch you.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, that's basically the basics of D&D.
Yeah. What should I name this video? Actually, what should I name it? Making a D&D for a beginner D&D learns while making character.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay. Let's see. Could I want to take a picture in this and send it to you. Let's see here.
Okay.
I can't. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining me. This video might not be good or something. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I will see. But yeah. if you do want me to start joining D&D, that'll probably be in a long time because they're still doing their campaign, right? Simu?
Hmm.
Yeah, you're still doing yours.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so mine will.
If you want to go, wait. Can I kind of do a soft plug here?
Yeah, sure.
If you want to go watch the D&D I'm currently DMing, go to the YouTube channel Max the Average Gamer.
Which I will
Then
leave
you'll
in the
see, then
description
you'll see a
below.
D&D campaign. Then you'll see a D&D campaign, and please make sure you start at level 1 and do not skip to level 5 or something. Otherwise, you just ruin it for yourself.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can have a look at my character. He does. Simu, for some reason, I gave him a tail. It just looks cool on him, so don't judge me.
Why does he have it? Okay.
Because
Yeah, that's everything.
yeah, so yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. I'll leave a description to Matthew's channel and Simu's channel. Simu and I will be doing a podcast soon. It's not going to be anytime this week. Maybe. When will it be, Simu? When do you feel comfortable?
Probably maybe next week
Yeah.
because I'm a bit busy this weekend.
Yeah. But so yeah, we'll do a podcast maybe on some anime reviews because your top viewed was Demon Slayer. So yeah. So thanks for joining me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!